I'm hiding in my bathroom today. You might be wondering, why the bathroom? Such a random room in the house to claim as your own. You'd be right. But for me, the bathroom is the closest place I can get to a boundary that my children kind of understand. My kids are kids. They are learning. I don't expect my kids to be perfect. And understanding that my room is my room and that the master bathroom is mommy's bathroom seems to be like a very hard concept for them to catch. But my bathroom does tend to be my bathroom. They are less likely to come in here. They will run into my bedroom while playing. Like I said, they're learning. I don't expect them to be perfect. And I do explain to them quite often what boundaries are. This can be hard though, especially for me on days like today. I am stressed the fuck out. I still have a lingering migraine. This is day 3. It's better today than it was yesterday, thank God. But my house is a disaster because for the last 2 days, my kids have been able to run free because I haven't been able to pull myself out of bed. It's hard. And unfortunately, I have ADD, which is something I forgot to mention in my first video, but is a large part of me. And the biggest pitfall of having ADD for me is I get overwhelmed super easily. I have a tendency to see the list of things that need to get done, and instead of doing any one task on that list, I do little pieces of all of them because I get drawn from one place to another place to another place to another place. And at the end of the day, none of those boxes get checked off. But because I've had this migraine, things have fallen completely to the wayside, and my house looks like an EF5 tornado blew through. And I need to fix it, which means I'm overwhelmed. So I'm hiding in my bathroom. It sucks. My kids are supposed to be cleaning their room, but instead my 5-year-old thinks that means pushing toys out into the hallway, and my 4-year-old thinks that means playtime. I'm struggling. It's okay to struggle. I'm having a hard time. I'm processing a lot of emotional shit through therapy that is making me emotionally raw overall. And then my husband is deployed. So what was supposed to be a 3-month deployment turned into a 12-month, thank you, coronavirus. He was supposed to be home this month, and that's what we had planned for, except we got the bombshell that he won't be home until December or January, possibly, because the army had stopped all movement, and that meant he couldn't come home. My kids are not responding well to that, and as a result, they've kind of stopped listening to me overall. And I have a hard time parenting. I am not the disciplinarian in our household. I am the nurturer. I'm not the disciplinarian because I'm afraid of the things that I will do to my children if I did discipline them, because I didn't have the best example growing up of how to be a parent. So I struggle trying to walk that fine line between what is appropriate discipline and what is an overreaction. And I'm not perfect. There are times that I fail, and it breaks my heart when it happens because I know that that's not me. That is part of my anxiety and part of my PTSD. That is part of my experiences as a child. And I wish I didn't have to deal with it, but I do. And dealing with it is so fucking hard. I'm trying. I am. I do check in with close friends to even see if what I've done was too harsh. I have some people who criticize me because I don't necessarily spank my children. I will swat them on the butt if it's warranted, but it has to be really well deserved in order for that to happen. Because part of my anxiety comes from chaos when I am not in control of something. And I feel out of control right now. And with anxiety comes anger management issues that I have to work really hard to try to overcome. I have a very, very short fuse, and children know what buttons to push to just tip me over the edge. So I'm trying to balance being a mother and being a wife and being a student and being an advocate for myself and for others. And some days it's just too much. So I escape to my bathroom. So that's how my day is going. I am having a horrible headache, and while it's better than it was yesterday, it's still there. And my children yelling because I've asked them to clean their room makes it worse. And when I'm in pain, I get angry, which adds to me already being angry that these young children are not adults and don't know how to process things, so they throw fits, like epic fits, overdoing things like having to clean their room. And I know that I cannot sit here and do nothing for another day and just nurse this migraine. That I have to get up and I have to clean my house because nobody else is going to do it. And it's hard. So I escaped to my bathroom for a few minutes to try to recollect myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just remember that sometimes, especially when you're dealing with mental health issues, escaping doesn't mean you're running away from the issue. It just means that you have enough time to collect your thoughts so that you can better face what's in front of you. I know right now I cannot go in front of my children and tell them to clean their room without raising my voice because I am exasperated. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to relax for a second until I have my emotions better under control, and then I'll go deal with the situation. It's not running away. It's doing better. Better than you would have done had you faced the situation head on. That doesn't make it always right. There are some situations we have to face head on. But learning what situations to walk away from, and which ones to face right then and there, that's part of the challenge. And I'm getting better at it. So I don't want you to feel like you're a failure if you have to walk away from something. Or even if you're a failure because you made a mistake and did that one thing that you probably shouldn't have done. For me, it would be yelling at my children, when I know that yelling is not going to get the results I need. We make mistakes. We're human. It's okay. Parenting is fucking hard. And I promise you're doing just fine.